and it's kind of, the episode's almost similar to The Wizard of Oz, and they're sort of trying to find this this guy who could solve all the problems and everything. So it's quite interesting. There's a lot of very strange stories, but you got basically you got to like South Park to like this book, and because it is quite similar to South Park, quite crude, but pretty typical of the stuff I write. Just funnier than a lot of the other stuff I write. So that's the 15 books. Another one coming probably the end of the year. I'll finish it by then. Another sequel to Free Latifah. But yeah, that's basically everything I've written since 2010. Since the end of 2010, I do have stuff I wrote before that time. It's not as much of a story as my other stuff is. Not sure whether to publish it yet. It's kind of it's not very it's kind of all over the place. So I'm not sure whether to publish that. And it's not as comprehensive in terms of relating to different issues around the world as what I write now and what I have written since 2010 is. It's more just focusing on the inner psychology. I was doing a psychology degree at the time. I was focusing on the inner psychology of different characters and stuff, but there isn't many references to issues around the world and all that. So probably not as necessary to publish that as my other stuff. If you like any of the sound of any of these books, check them out. I recommend going on to Scribd, Scribd, in order to you can just sign up for a free, I think it's a 30-day free trial, and you can read as much as you want there, and then you can cancel after the 30 days, so you don't have to pay anything. You can see if you like them. Otherwise, you can buy them on Kindle, and if you buy them on Kindle, it's usually under $10, so it doesn't cost too much. There's also samples you can look at on Kindle. You can get a free sample on Kindle, and those samples are pretty long. I do that with a lot of books. I just read the sample. It takes me quite a while, and then and then decide if I want it or not. So definitely don't just go buying. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't want you to be disappointed if it's not your style and you go buying the paperback and then you're like, oh, this is really weird. Definitely read the samples first. And also the paperbacks, I don't control the prices. So I wanted them to be as low as possible. The publisher has made them, because they got to cover the printing costs and all that. So the publisher makes them pretty high. Amazon makes it high on top of that. So if you get my books through Amazon, the paperbacks, some of them are over $100, and honestly, it's not worth it. So I would say just don't do that. Get it on Kindle, or get it, which is also part of Amazon, but get it on Kindle. I still get a little bit of money on that, but I don't actually care about the money. Or get it the free 30-day trial through Scribd, and have a look at it through that. So thanks for listening, and hope you find some of my books entertaining. Cheers.